in hand on honeymoon street. You'll find the taste of love so sweet. We're gonna buck the trend that everybody else can lead. Keep walking on honeymoon street. Keep walking on honeymoon street.
What's up guys, hello, it's Ross at FoodTravelMusicLove.com, inspiration from the heart. I'm here on my own today, little Olivia's back with her mum, but today I'm doing a chicken fandango with crushed new potatoes. Now that's not some weird Caribbean dance or something, it's just something I made up a number of years ago. It's something I've made for a lot of people before. Once again, you'll see that I've done all the prep work, got everything out beforehand. That takes about 5 minutes and it saves all the rushing around, saves all the panic while you're actually cooking. So just get everything out that you need. That takes 5 minutes. It could end up saving you about 15 minutes. Sounds obvious to a lot of people, but not to everyone. So get everything out, all your trays, all your pans, all your little condiments and things. So if you could ignore the strange name for this dish, essentially it's something I came up with a fair few years ago, and it was kind of a use-up dish. I mean, you can put whatever vegetables you want in this. I've got other things in the fridge that I could be chucking in, like some asparagus and some courgettes, but I think onion and mushroom as a main vegetable base really lend itself really well to this dish because of the other herbs and things that are going to go in.
Country lane in a vain attempt to remain sane. Could have taken any road, cause the roads to me just look the same. Last thing that I'm gonna give a damn about your plans or where you are.
So we'll let the chicken breasts do their thing in the oven here, about 200 degrees, preheated oven, 200 degrees, whack them in around the middle shelf. And then potatoes, rest of the sauce, on the plate, done. Okay, so in terms of the potatoes, just some baby new potatoes. The smaller ones are probably better, they take a little bit quicker to cook obviously. We're going to crush the hell out of them anyway and add some little flavours and things at the end. So it doesn't really matter too much, it's more about the cost and if you're working it out based on what I've put on the website, and obviously about the cooking time. So we're going to get about a third of this pack into a pan. That's once the chicken's 20 minutes in, once the chicken's 20 minutes in, then we'll get these on. These will have about 10 minutes on the hob. We'll let them cool down while the rest of the sauce is going and then crush them up. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with them later.
I don't know which one I
Okay, you've probably noticed that a lot of the videos that I'm doing when I'm cooking, doing the 5 Alive meal specials are, hopefully you're noticing at least, that they are pretty cheap, easy to cook, and try and do them as healthy as possible. Now this particular meal doesn't have any spice in it. It's got spices but not heat spice, and that's a bit of a rarity for me. As you can see on here, bit of a chili, where is it? Down there. Bit of a chili lover. Serious spice lover, and I was supposed to be at this time going to a chili farm down in Devon in the UK. That was my project for this week, but obviously we're well into lockdown, so I'm making do with a nice chicken fandango. But I'm not going to lose my chili hit. So in a couple of days' time, I'm going to be making a chili, like chili con carne. A homemade chili, so hopefully that will give you some enjoyment, but I'm going to do it the spiciest I've ever done it before, and we're talking a ridiculous amount of like Scotch bonnet chilies, finger chilies, bird's eye chilies. Why, you may ask? Why not? Okay, other videos that are already online that you might want to check out are our pizza, homemade pizza. Me and little one were standing here only a couple of weeks ago. She's with her mum at the moment, but we were standing in making our homemade pizza, and that really came out nice. It was really nice grub for under £2, that one, 85p each. So that's on the website and on YouTube. Also, sausage arrabbiata. I'm doing this chicken fandango meal now, and there's 2 or 3 others that are coming up as well. I'm going to do a 5-way eggs video just to show you 5 different ways to cook eggs. And again, there's a lot of people out there that don't even know how to boil an egg, so we'll see how that pans out. But I'll try and make it a bit fun and add some extra bits and pieces in it as well. You know, no doubt I'll be dipping a dippy egg with a chili instead of a soldier.
I'll
At this point, I'm going to add the mushrooms in. Because we've used very, very little oil, just a few of those sprays, it's important not to let the onions cook too much actually, because you know they're cooking just dry, so you don't want them to burn. The same would go actually if you added too much oil, then they've got just as much vulnerability to burn then. So let that mix in a little bit, and then there is one little cheeky secret ingredient that you may have noticed I like using, this little beauty. So a little drop of harissa, that's it. A little spoonful of that in there now. Oh yes, you can really, really get that straight away. I'm going to check on the chicken breast now. There's about 7 or 8 minutes left of their cooking time, but I'm just going to release them from the bottom of the pan because they'll stick a little bit, and then we'll see how crispy and gnarly they're looking. Oh yes, that's good. You can see little bits just around the edges there. That's what you want. Another 5 minutes I reckon. At this point I'm going to start adding some of the herbs into the sauce now. You don't have to measure this out, roughly about a teaspoon. So paprika, a little dash of that, because we've already got paprika obviously and a little bit of harissa that we put in as well. Cumin. Be careful with cumin, don't want too much of it. It's a really deep, earthy spice, so it adds a nice flavour to it, but you don't want too much of it because that will completely overpower the dish. Watch me pour the whole lot in now by accident. Brilliant. That will do, just a tiny, tiny amount. That was probably about half a teaspoonful there. And oh, it's really strong cumin, you can smell that straight away. Right, garlic, depends on your own palate as to what you want for garlic. If it was fresh garlic, you'd want probably just 2 or 3 crushed cloves, not bulbs. Just a little touch of garlic. That's telling me that the chicken's done as well, so I'll let that get out and rest. A few herbs as well, just a few little mixed herbs. That's it, again, probably about a teaspoonful of each bit. A little bit more black pepper. A little bit more. I haven't got any chilies, come on, give me a break. Okay, boiled potatoes. You could absolutely just leave them like that if you wanted to. No problem at all with that. They're nicely cooked, pretty soft, but still quite firm. But no, I'm gonna give them a crushing. Secret ingredient, something I would never normally use for anything, to be honest with you, but trust me, a couple of little squirts of this in there. This is gonna replace any olive oil or butter that you might normally put in. That'll do, just a tiny, tiny bit, that's it. Another little touch of garlic. That's it, just a touch. Pepper. A little bit of salt. Remember the salt that goes in the water at the beginning of the cooking process, that just disappears. A few little grinds of this good quality Parmesan. That's it. That's all you want, just a touch. You don't want cheesy potatoes, you just want it to be like a little bit of flavour in the background. Essentially, what you're looking for here is an absolute mess, but the taste is worth it. Remember, we're not going for full-on mashed potato. This is just messy, crushed potato. Skin and all. There we go. Chicken breast, there we go. Oh, there you go, you can see that that chicken breast has come out really, really nice. Nice little crispy bits around the outside there, that's what you're looking for. And here we go with the sauce. That's it. You might not need all of it. Don't think we need to put any more on. You can always come and get some more. Little grind of pepper. Done. If any of you were into Thai food, I did do a trip to Thailand at the end of last year. It was one of my first projects actually for the new brand. So there's lots of different meals and street food and restaurants, and you can see outside. It's in Pattaya and in Bangkok over in Thailand. So all of those videos are on my channel on Food Travel Music Love, and you can check out the website as well, foodtravelmusiclove.com. So hopefully you'll find some bits and pieces there for whenever we can eventually get away again. 5 weeks into lockdown, come on, come on. Okay, this of course is my favourite bit. Tuck it in. If it's not your favourite bit, then something's gone wrong with the dish basically. So let's get straight into a little bit of that chicken. Oh, it's still really, really nice and moist, you can tell. But I want to get a little bit with the old crispy bit. Oh, you can hear that, that's good. Right, a little bit of the sauce, a little bit of the potato, one whole mouthful. Oh, that is good. I haven't tasted this for a while. I haven't made this for a little while. I've made this especially for you guys. Oh, it's nice. That is so flavourful. So many flavours going on. It's really, really unbelievable. If you want, if you do this, try things individually. So a little bit of the sauce, and then you get to appreciate the flavours that you put into each part of the dish. You can't even taste the red wine now, which might disappoint some of you, but you know, that's the idea of having a separate glass. But it's cooked away, and it's just created a nice, especially with the cumin, a nice earthy, thick backdrop to the whole sauce. A little bit of that crushed potato there. Yeah, that's really, really good. Now, that secret ingredient, not very secret now, but putting that little bit of extra light mayo in, and it was just extra light, so there's no extra calories going on. It gives it, you can't taste it, that you shouldn't taste it, otherwise you put too much in. You don't want mayo potatoes, but it's just giving it a nice silky texture, and that's nice. A little bit of the chicken on its own as well. That is so moist. Cooking it from frozen, I was a bit wary when I first started doing that, but honestly, that is nice and crispy on the outside and moist on the inside. I want to say armadillo, but I'm not going to. Let's get into, okay, that's a nice bit of that chicken. You can see that it's beautifully cooked all the way through. Nice white flesh, nice texture on the outside, bit of potato, bit of sauce. Better with every mouthful. Better with every single mouthful. Okay guys, I'm all finished up now. That was a good meal. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching me make it, and I hope you enjoyed watching me eat it, because then maybe you might make it and eat it yourselves. Remember, it was a chicken fandango, self-titled, self-inspired, but chicken fandango with crushed potatoes. You called it what you like, but that's what I've always called it. And if you want any advice on any of the recipes or anything, do please get in touch. That's fine, no problem at all with that. And it was just over 500 calories once you let the wine evaporate. It sort of seemed to evaporate its way back into this glass, which is weird. It's just nature, isn't it? So for now, I'm going to get on and do a little bit of work this afternoon. Might go on FIFA first, sit down and let that food go down. And we have got some other videos coming up. Olivia's back soon, and we're going to make some cupcakes, and that'll be on a separate video. But if you did like it, please do subscribe. Please share it out there. You know, I'm just trying to add a little bit of fun to the world, and hopefully there's some inspiration that people can get from it. And for now, thank you for watching. Ross, foodtravelmusiclove.com, inspiration from the heart. See you soon. Bye.
Walking on honeymoon.